Hello and welcome. I'm Julie Kalaman, your health and well-being coach. Last week we set our goals, and today we're coming back with our weekly goals just to see how we did. And before we do that, let me ask you, do you feel like your glass is empty, full, halfway there? How's your energy today? And you can just kind of write that down, and we won't really just stay there even. We just wanted to just see how you're doing. And then we'll just kind of check in with our goals here. How did we do? What did you learn? Were you able to accomplish this goal the way you thought you would? Or do you need to make some tweaks or changes for next week? How did it feel doing this goal? And remember, your goals are just little stepping stones to creating your vision, your reality, that where you would like to be in the future, how you see yourself in the future. So we can either change our goals for next week, but before you do that, when you work with a coach, sometimes this is where we would brainstorm anything that comes to mind. It doesn't even have to do with your vision or your goals. Anything you're dealing with. And a lot of times people, once they have brainstormed and we just threw some ideas up against the wall, no matter how silly, how serious, seeing whatever sticks, sometimes we do find our goals from that, but they don't have to be that, a goal. It's just something to think about. Maybe just to solve an issue. Or anything else you'd like to change. So this is another reason you may want to work with me or another coach. And let's go back to our goals here. Do you want to keep them the same or change them? And how would you change them? Based on how you rated how successful you were, right? So when you work with a coach, we may even say to you, from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how successful were you at this goal, right? Having a number or a measure makes it more real, makes it easier to identify if this is even a realistic goal for you at this moment. Or maybe it was, but you had a setback. Something came up and it just didn't work out. Either way, I want you to practice self compassion here and not be stuck on whether it worked out for you or not. And then you might want to create new goals, as I said. They could be weekly or 2-week goals. And you can do that here. Write down your goals. 1 to 3 goals is enough. And you can write them down later if you'd like. Just write down that you're going to set yourself 3 new goals. And as you write the goals down, now or later, I want you to think about what is the percentage of success that you think you will have or that you'll be able to do this goal. And if it's, let's say it's not more than 70%, ask yourself, why not 80%? That you'll be able to achieve this goal. What might be in the way? And how can I recreate this goal or create a new goal that's more attainable at this moment? You may even come back to who you might ask for help in achieving your goal or your goals. What might you utilize? Right, it could be technology, again, a friend, a family member. You might feel that you're perfectly capable doing this all by yourself. That you can use your own strengths here to lift you up and focus on your values and even that vision you had created. And I give you some space here to really think about this. I want you all to practice self-compassion, right? We are all human beings, not human doings. So sometimes we set out to do something and just being gets in the way. We're all perfectly imperfect. And I also don't want to tell you too much to do as far as like your health and your well-being. Know that all of the answers are inside of you. You have the answers. You can take a look at what has worked for you in the past. But studies have shown that when you find your own answers and your own way to go about certain behavior changes, being self-efficacious, you will be much more successful than working with a coach that tells you what to do, what to eat, how to exercise. Now, I can create for you exercise plans based on your goals, but I would like to hear your goals and make sure that they are realistic and that whatever exercises I choose for you or whatever plan we create, that you will be doing something that makes you happy, right? Exercise isn't always easy or fun. Some of us battle going to the gym and getting there. And some of us may just enjoy going for a walk. Any movement, any exercise impacts your health for the better, as long as we're doing everything safely and correctly. Some of us may enjoy dancing, and we may want to do a Zumba class. And some of us, it might be a weight training class, a group training, a cycling class, bar, yoga, Pilates, whatever it is. Whatever you can do with balance in your life, creating balance with your health and wellness goals. And however you can enjoy your exercise. Because if you're not enjoying it, you're not going to come back. And some of us just also like to just go up and lift weights in the gym, just go lift weights. When I say go up, I'm just thinking of my own fitness center where we go upstairs to work out. So if you walk into your fitness center and your weights are right there and that makes you happy and you know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're doing, go ahead and ask for help. Maybe hire a personal trainer. And I know it may not be affordable for every person. So maybe you'll find an app that works for you. Maybe you'll find something else. But the point here is that you want to make sure whatever you're doing for your health, or even just for your well-being, it's something you can continuously do. Because if it's not something you can continuously do or enjoy, you won't return. So if you're not already exercising, I also want you to think about how often and how long you should exercise for. And how you can get to the next level. If you are already in a fitness routine, you may even find that you have completely plateaued. And you may have to kick it up a notch. Maybe pick up heavier weights. Maybe change your routine slightly. Maybe work out in the morning instead of the evening, or vice versa. Or lunchtime, just to trick your body. Same thing goes for diet. So many of us will do these diets where I'm not going to eat, let's say, carbs, or I am going to be a vegan. That's great, but it has to be something that you can do for the rest of your life. And you may want to meet up with a nutritionist, or just ask what we call Dr. Google. Right? So it's calories in and how many calories we burn. Right? We have to have a deficit in calories to lose weight. Or maybe you don't want to lose weight. You just want to eat more vegetables and eat healthier. It's not always about how we look. It's about how we feel. And I also want to talk about a little bit of mindfulness, and then we will go and we'll talk about something else next week. I know someone, and I know a couple of people, including myself, that can become a bit overwhelmed. And so we open the freezer and we binge eat a container of ice cream, or we go to the cupboard and eat our favorite chocolate bar, whatever it is. Again, self-compassion. And I want you to be mindful when you go to do that. Why are you going to eat? Is it because you're hungry, or you're bored, or you're masking a problem or a feeling? And what can you do, right? These are all different things you can think about. And perhaps maybe put the chocolate down or the ice cream down and say, I'm going to go for a walk, or cuddle with my dog, or go to yoga. So I'm going to leave you with one last thought in goal creation and being able to sustain or maintain or just be able to achieve our goals. And I wanted to leave you with the thought of, what if? What if I journaled? I think journaling is so key to find out what it is that you really want. So today's lesson is not just about, did I do well with my goals, but also do some soul searching and really think about what has worked for you, what can you do, what can you utilize, and journal. Journaling's important. Really think about what it is you need and want. And also, it's perfectly fine to just live one day at a time. What if there was no should? You should be doing this. You should be doing that. How about I could eat this, or I could have the salad. I could go exercise. I could go for a walk. I could. Because when you say things like should, right, it makes it feel like, I don't really want to do that, right? So I want you to think of all the possibilities and what it could be so that you can achieve your vision. And again, you can reach out to me, juliekalaman@gmail.com. I teach yoga. I teach Pilates. I teach weight training. And I'm sure there's other things I do that can be helpful, like health coaching and meditation. And if you haven't checked out my meditations yet, go ahead, check them out. I'll see you next week. Take care.